Check, check, check. What's up? What's up, YouTube? Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Also streaming live on YouTube. That's right. Just go to YouTube and search up Kern Radio. I am live right now. A little different shot today as I'm producing my own show. Christopher Burdick has the day off, taking a 3-day weekend, well deserved for the young man, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to have a good show still for today. Remember, you can catch us live on YouTube, but not only that, social media, just go search Kern Radio, get exclusive content, Facebook, Instagram, and X. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? Like I said, I got a good show for you lined up today. We'll talk some local business. Somebody likes to do what they're calling nighttime strolls in downtown. I'll tell you who that is and give you my thoughts on that. Other local news, the young lady, and I use the word lady very loosely, that left her kids in the car while she got lip injections, tries to have her murder charge dismissed. We'll tell you what the judge said on that, and a lot of stuff out of California. And also, I want to know your guys' best way to try to beat the heat, because boy, is it going to be, it was hot yesterday. It's hot today. It's going to be hot tomorrow. It is hot. So I want to know, what is your guys' best way to try to beat the heat here in Bakersfield and Kern County? One way, La Rosa bars. If you guys didn't go and get them this morning, you still have an opportunity to tomorrow. If you go by the Niles Street alley in the back over there, you can look them up on Instagram. They've got a deal going on to celebrate their 45th anniversary. And shout out to Norma Diaz, our guest from yesterday. It is a What the Faith Friday. I promise is we're going to talk a little bit of faith. Next week on What the Faith Friday, we have a special guest. Maddie and Justin Jansen will be on. You might recognize the name Maddie Jansen. She is the one-time morning news anchor for KGET. She'll be our guest next week on What the Faith Friday. They've got a podcast that they do together as a couple, talking, I think they're going through the book of Genesis right now. So we'll take some time next week to speak with her. Oh, well, it's a done deal. Redistricting in the state of California is now going to be left up to the voters, thanks to Gavin Newsom and all of the Democrats in Sacramento, and what they're calling, and what the phrase, and what I've read so many times, we have to fight fire with fire. Gavin Newsom said it. I think Obama has said it. I was online yesterday on social media. I've seen plenty of posts, people saying the exact same company line. And that's when I just go, okay, I've seen enough. Everybody got the memo. The memo, the words are, we're going to use the phrase fight fire with fire, which I told you yesterday. If that's the case, then we might as well just be burning down democracy right now. Everybody just go marching through the whole thing is we'll all get line up together and we'll all throw our matches in and kerosene. I've got lighter fluid. Might as well just burn the whole thing down. We're going to start fighting fire with fire. No, we're supposed to be above that. We're better than that. If we really, as California, want to set examples for the rest of the nation to follow, then we need to be above that. Some people don't agree. We've heard from Cindy earlier in the week. I've heard from plenty of family and friends and relatives that have said the same thing. Oh, but what are we supposed to do? Look, Texas has their rules. California has our rules. There's plenty of, David Valadao himself came out. Cindy was asking the other day, why hasn't any Republicans come out against this? Why hasn't any Republicans come out against Texas? I've heard two different ones, at least, if not more. Like I said, our very own Congressman, David Valadao, came out here locally, spoke to news channels. I know you guys like to think, oh, David Valadao hides from his constituents. He doesn't want to talk to people. He was talking to the news. He doesn't agree with what Texas is doing either. And you can say, oh, well, he's only coming out because his is one of the seats that is up for grabs. And you're right. His is one of the seats that's up for grabs, as well as 4 others. And it's just interesting that half of those seats went up north, District 1 and District 18. Might have people running against them. The incumbents now are Republicans, but they might have people running against them that had to do a little bit with drawing the maps. Because that's been the big question up in Sacramento. Is who drew the maps? Nobody wants to answer the question. Who drew the maps? Who drew the maps? Who drew the maps? Well. Well, now word around the campfire and people are starting to talk. And of course, nobody wants to put their name on it, but a lot of the names that have been at least rumored to have touched these maps are Senate Pro Tem Mike McGuire and Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas. Both have shown interest in running in districts that have now changed from red to blue. And both, mysteriously, weren't at a press conference yesterday that Gavin Newsom put together to talk about this. You see, Senate Pro Tem Mike McGuire wants to run in District 1 up north against Doug Maloffa. And if you look at the maps, and we'll put them up on our social media pages, the map from that's current and the one that they want to propose, and all of the north goes from red to blue. And that's District 1. That Mike McGuire wants to run in. It's funny how he gets to draw his little piece of the pie so he can easily win that seat. And the Assembly Speaker, Mr. Robert Rivas, wants to run in District 18. He's already hinted at that, saying if Zoe Lafgren, who is currently the congresswoman there, retires, he was going to run. Well, now definitely he's getting in, that he's gerrymandered in his own seat. It's just, the governor was asked about it in his little, like I said, press conference yesterday. And I want to get this reporter on. Her name is Ashley Zavala. She's from up north. She covers a lot of the Capitol. She asks great questions. You guys should go follow her on social media, and I'm going to work to get her on because I think you guys need to hear from her. She's doing great work as far as a journalist is concerned, asking all the right questions. Here is her question of Gavin Newsom yesterday. You'll have to ask them. Well, they're not here, Governor. And you're the one running this campaign. You're the one putting this whole thing together. You're the one that came up with the fire. We got to fight fire for fire. And they're poking the. Interestingly enough, speaking of our own congressional race here locally, the one that's always up for grabs, David Valadeo's seat, we have a opponent, Dr. Jasmeet Baines, who actually sits in the Assembly of California, who is responsible and cast a vote yesterday on these maps and whether or not to put it before the voters. Very interesting the way that Dr. Baines voted yesterday in that. I'll tell you how she did, how she voted, and why she voted that way. A lot of it's funny. A lot of the I was on social media last night and Democrats were just eating her up because of the way that she voted. I'll explain after the break. Also coming up, speaking of campaigns and running for seats, guess who was at the little I don't know, Dolores Huerta Foundation function last week, gathering party? I don't know what you call it. Two interesting people showed up. I'll tell you who those two were. You probably guess. Plus, I'll tell you what the judge said when the young mom that left baby in the backseat of the car, she got lip injections. Boy died. She's trying to get her murder charge dismissed. I'll give you the details on that as well. Questions, comments, concerns, always welcome. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. You can drop the chat in the YouTube if you want to. Just go over to YouTube, search up Current Radio. We're streaming right there. Get in the chat. I'll interact in the break. You can also send me emails, jr@currentradio.com. Stick around. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back. It's hot in here, you guys. My goodness, it is hot. Woo. I gotta go turn on the air. Watch your mouth, boy. Oh, upside down. Crunch fast. Watch your mouth, boy. Don't you talk like that.
I shop with you. Cabinets, countertops, fixtures, so you get the perfect combination of style and function. We work with top quality American-made cabinet brands like Waypoint, Diamond, Medallion to ensure long-lasting beauty and craftsmanship. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, let's design something amazing together. Call Stockdale Kitchen and Bath at 661-834-3333 or visit
I'll be producing Ralph's show today, you guys.
Stockdale Kitchen and Bath.
You stick around for that as well.
Smart design.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers, and sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details. I need a coffee. And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data
Yes, I'm
points
in a different room than normal.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back.
Chris is off
Save
today.
up
I'm
to
producing my
40%
own
your first
show.
year with
That's
promo
right,
code
baby.
news at lifelock.com.
Go Eagles.
Terms apply.
Traveling today.
Having trouble hearing?
Don't forget, you guys, we are the home of Eagles football.
Now there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing
Poplin
aids of
Boutique.
2025
Oh,
by
Poplin
Martell.
Boutique.
Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids
I
at the
know who
lowest
you are.
prices, starting at just
I
$98
see
a
you.
pair.
I actually like them better than
I
my
see you, darling.
$5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed. Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
The Cotton Patch Quilters of Kern County present an afternoon fundraising event under the Sea Auction, Saturday, October 11th, beginning at 11 a.m. at the Women's Club of Bakersfield. For over 40 years, the local guild has been supplying
First home
quilts,
game for the Eagles will be
pillowcases,
next
teddy bears,
Thursday.
and
You can
dog
hear
beds
that
to Kern County
live right here
veterans,
on Kern
neonatal
Radio.
intensive care units, at-risk
Yeah, go
kids, shelters, and fire
Eagles.
victims. There will be handmade donation quilts sold through
Plus,
live
Coach
silent
Carr will be
auctions,
joining
a
the
boutique
broadcast
of
next
handmade
week
items, raffle
as
baskets,
well.
door prizes, and other surprise happenings. A professional auctioneer will lead the auction, and lunch will be catered by Mossman's. The Under the Sea auction is being custom crafted by members and will showcase over 40 heirloom quality quilts. Tickets for the event are $65 and available at the She Shed by the Peachy Pig, 1518 19th Street, or online at CPQ's website, cottonpatchquiltguild.org, prior to the event. No tickets will be sold at the door. Advanced sales only.
Mark your calendars, Saturday, October 11th for the 6th annual Bakersfield Brunch Fest at the Kern County Fairgrounds. Your all-inclusive ticket gets you access to an assortment of brunch bites, paired with bubbles and mimosas, beer, wine, cocktails, and spiked seltzers too. Bakersfield Brunch Fest is brought to you by Mango Cart. There are a limited number of early bird tickets at a major discount on sale now. Go to bakersfieldbrunchfest.com. Secure your spot for a
Brunch
brunch
Fest.
experience you'll never forget.
Brunch Fest.
Bakersfield, you can brunch with us.
The Charlie Kirk Show, weekdays at 6 p.m. on News Talk 90. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. So, what's a Faith Friday? Little Josiah Queen. My daughter's in love with that song right now. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Streaming live on YouTube. That's right. A little different scene today as I am new kid needs to get out of town, so I'll do what I need to do. 661-842-5661. 661-842-KERN. You can drop in a chat. You can drop in text messages, phone calls, emails. I can still take them all. Don't worry about that. Let's get to some text messages. The voters approved the ballot measure saying the state politicians can't redraw the maps. How come the Dems can overturn the outcome the voters approved? They can't. Robin, I believe you sent in that chat. They can't, and that's why we have to have a special election and on November 4th. So basically, what the legislature did was they put three things on the ballot: Prop 50, an actual change to the state constitution. And so what they want to do is they want us to, back in 2010, we passed an initiative that said the legislature can no longer draw their own lines. We don't want politicians drawing lines for congressional maps that they may want to try to run in someday. So we took that away, and now it's done by independent voters. Well, Gavin Newsom and his "I am protecting democracy" and they are rigging the elections. Bit of a hypocrisy, considering that's now what you're trying to do. But they can't just do it. Like Texas, the rules are different. The legislature can draw the maps, approve the maps, and set the maps without voter approval or input. Like I said, in California, we took that back. So now they have to go again before the voters and say, hey, can we have the power back? Essentially, we are giving up power. We're giving it right back to Gavin Newsom. And so they want to be able to redraw in 2026, 2028, and for the 2030. And then after that, they said they'll give the power back to the independent council. And we're supposed to just believe that. So they can't just do it. They have to get voter approval. They'll put it on the November 4th ballot. I urge all of you to just throw it back in Gavin. Look, we'll take care of it. If we're really that concerned as Americans, don't you think that we can do that on our own and say, you know what, this isn't right, and now I'm going to vote the other way because of what the Republicans are doing in Texas? Why don't you just leave that up to the voters when they go to the ballot box? Why do you have to try to redraw lines to make it seemingly impossible for Republicans to get representation in Congress? I mean, the fact alone that we are already disenfranchised as voters in California. Let's just put it like that. Kamala Harris got 58% of the vote in California when she ran for president. Yet in Congress, Democrats hold 82% of the representation for California. And they want to add 5 more seats. They will then have 92% of the representation from California. And when you look at the map, and even still look at the map after they've drawn it, it's still it's out of whack. And so my hope is that we just throw it right back in his face and say, nope, you know what, Governor, presidential candidate, whoever you are right now, Gavin Newsom, we're not down for this. We are better than this. You're right, it's wrong. Texas shouldn't be doing it, and neither should we. See what else we have in the text line. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Jasmeet seems to want no oversight to Medicare. And her medical practice was percentage of the practice income is from Medicare. Will she make more money from redistricting? She'll make more money being a congresswoman than she is an assemblywoman, that's for sure. She'll have an easier time winning. But interestingly, thank you for bringing up Dr. Jasmine Baines. Interestingly, she voted no yesterday when it came through the assembly to approve the map to put it before voters. She was the lone Democrat to vote no. And oh boy, on social media were the Democrats eating her alive. And if you don't know, she's already not liked by Democrats in Bakersfield and Kern County. She ran against Leticia Perez, supervisor, and beat her. And so the Democratic Party here shunned her for that because it was supposed to be Leticia's turn. And how dare she have the galls to run against Leticia? Well, she did, and then she beat her. And now she's the assemblywoman. So they just look for any reason here to just beat her up. And so I was online last night and I saw the post. Oh, how dare she? Who does she think she's voting for? Da, 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 da. I said, one, she's voting with her conscience. And then I had to think about it more. I gave her too much credit. So I was like, she's voting for democracy. She's voting with her conscience. What are you talking about? And then the more I thought about it, I said, no, wait a second. She's taking away David Valadeo's argument. And the Democrats can let her because they don't really need her vote. They got a super majority up there in Sacramento. So they don't really need her vote. So they can let her vote the other way and save face in her campaign. Now Valadeo and Republicans can say, well, Dr. Jasmine Baines had a hand in this. She voted to approve her own map. No, she didn't. She took your argument away. But other Democrats don't see it like that. They're like, oh, I can't believe she voted this way. We need real representation. And yes, there is a third person running in that race. Randy Villegas And that's the name that kept popping up. Oh, fine. You know what? Eat each other alive. I don't care. Be mad at her because she voted to protect herself. Y'all are crazy, anyways. I got to get out of here and get the news up. I'll be back after the break. We'll talk some local business. You can jump in 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. It's the JR Show. I'll be right back.
We're back for a news by Lee Peters in Washington. A tour bus returning to New York City from Niagara Falls with 52 people crashed and rolled Friday on an interstate highway, killing and injuring multiple passengers, according to police. The bus apparently lost control on Interstate 90 near Pembroke, about 25 miles east of Buffalo. People inside were ejected as the windows shattered. The FBI has searched the Maryland home in Washington office of ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton as part of an investigation into the handling of classified information. A person says Bolton was not detained and has not been charged with any crime. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 846 points. The Nasdaq rose.
Yeah, it sounded like he was about to pass out.
More details and estimates.
I was about to pass out. It is hot, you guys.
I'm Bill Robbins. The Kern County Supervisor is asking for different methods of safety to be considered for
Jeff Flores says he wants to put gates on the parks.
Brody Davis was shot dead after trying to break up a fight. Video showed a crowd of young people recording fist fights. A BPD patrol car passed by on its way to another call of shots fired at the time. District 3 Supervisor Jeff Flores is pushing for a security gate to block access to the park when it's closed. 72 California airports were awarded over $158 million in grant funding, including 5 in Kern County. Delaney Municipal tapped Kern County, Tehachapi Mutual, and Kern Valley airports all received a share of that money for their projects. I'm Bill Robbins, and the KERN newsroom with news every half hour. When it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180
Kern Radio.
KERN.
Scott Cox here. This is a lot to love event pricing here, and it's the perfect time to get some terrific offers on all those great Subarus. A few months ago, I was able to test drive the new 2045 Subaru Solterra.
I think starting, if not next week, the week after.
Subaru event. So
I
now
am.
through September 2nd, Lisa
Answering my own phone today, though. Oh, right on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, we should be doing it. See if you can see the doctors. We should be doing them in about a week. And watch out, we might even do a VIP contest online, but I'll give you guys more info. Really? Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, she's awesome. Her name is awesome. Yeah, they'll be out there tomorrow. You too. All right, brother. Be good.
That was me and my girls.
Who did Chris? I'm kidding. Kidding.
Stop mosquitoes before they bite. Visit KernMosquito.com. No mosquitoes, no problems.
No, I'm not giving away.
Weekdays are
No, I truly believe in karma. And believe it or not, among prison folk, it is what they call honor among thieves. They do not like people that use children. So it's no surprise Gabriella Bustamante got
Yes, we'll be
her
playing
ass
home
kicked
games
down in Lerdo. And believe me, I don't think any of us are shedding.
Weekdays noon 2 on Newstalk 96.1 and 1180. All right, now back to the show.
Welcome back. So what's the Friday on the JR Show, Kern Radio. Check us out on KernRadio.com. Also streaming it live on YouTube. That's right. Just go to YouTube and search Kern Radio. subscribe. We made it over 300. Now help us get to 400. And help us get to 500. And help us get to 10,000 followers on YouTube. And then more of the masses. Thank you guys for all the support that you guys give us. Not only on YouTube, but just for the show. I do appreciate it. 661 842 5376 661 842 KERN if you want to join the conversation. You can also send me emails. jr@currentradio.com. Somebody just sent me an email that says, is Current Radio still doing the broadcast on Friday night high school football? Yes, we will be carrying the Bakerfield Christian High School football home game. This week they are away at St. Lutheran, I believe, but down south. But they'll be at home next week. Will be their first home game, and you can hear that live right here on Current Radio. 6.1 AM, 1180 KERN. I will be calling the games with my broadcast team out from Bakerfield Christian High School. Students out there are going to help us call the game again this year. So keep listening. Next Thursday, sorry, did I say Friday? Next Thursday is the game out at Bakerfield Christian High School. 661 842 KERN, 661 842 5376. Somebody else sent me an email. Please tell me how to reach Maddie. I just heard part of what you said. Thank you. Maddie Jansen, who was the former morning host on KTVT, is retired, now homeschooling her kids and staying at home and making a lot of bread and pastas and all kinds of stuff. She can post it on social media. I reached out to her because her and her husband Justin are doing a podcast. They're going through the Bible and starting in Genesis. And they're doing it as a couple, so I've invited them on to be a part of What the Faith Friday. So they will be with us next Friday, Maddie and Justin Jansen. So that's how you get a hold of them, Trudy. Just keep listening next week as they will be our guest for What the Faith Friday. Thanks for reaching out. Again, you guys can always send me emails, jr@currentradio.com. I do read them. I try to respond as much as I can as well. Plus, you can also text in 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. And I see you guys in the chat there on YouTube as well. Shout out to everybody that's listening and or watching. So the mother of the young 1-year-old, Emilio Gutierrez, you guys remember this story. She left him and his older brother, who I believe is only 2-year-old, also in the car while she went in to get lip injections. You guys remember the story. It was about 101 degrees. The spa that she had went to had already told her that she could bring the kids in, but she, for whatever reason, left her kids in the car, and her excuse was, well, I left it running with the air conditioner on, only to find out that the Toyota, the kind of car that she had, shuts off after an hour. If nobody does anything to it, if it's continuing to run, after about an hour, it will turn itself off. So that tells us that not only did she leave her kids in the car knowingly and willingly, she didn't even go and check on them. If an hour goes by and that car shuts off, and that mom hasn't gone out, not even once. And I don't know how long lip injections take. I've never partaked in lip injections. Those of you watching on the video, these are my natural lips. You see them under the mustache. I don't know how long a procedure like that takes. But if the car takes a whole hour for it to shut off, and mom didn't once go out to check. Unfortunately, the 1-year-old boy was pronounced dead at the hospital. The 2-year-old had elevated temperature but survived. Her defense attorney requested to dismiss the murder charge. Maya Hernandez, not of Bakersfield, by the way, out of Visalia, is being charged with first-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, and 2 counts of child cruelty, according to court records. Ahead of the hearing on Wednesday, Hernandez's defense counsel filed a motion to dismiss the first-degree murder charge in her case. Deputy Public Defender Terrell Wakeman argued the charge should be dropped due to there not being enough evidence. Thankfully, Judge Charles Bremer denied the request, ruling that there is enough evidence for Hernandez to be held to answer on the murder charge. Thank you, Judge Bremer. This young, and again, I use the term a lady loosely. I would even hesitate to call her a young mother. No mother would ever do something like that. Not purposely. I even get upset when it happens accidentally. Like, how the heck do you leave your baby in the car? Well, put a purse in the back seat. If you have the right state of mind to remember your purse but not your child, we have other problems. You've got serious problems. You need to get your priorities straight. So I hesitate to even call her a mother, but she needs to go to jail for a very long time. She looks all sad when she goes to court and wants to cry. You weren't crying that day. You weren't crying when you drove from Visalia to Bakersfield, parked, and left your kids in the car. You were probably crying because you had to take them with you. Now you want to sit in court and try to cry and get some sort of sympathy. Well, not going to happen. She's currently being held on over $1 million bail. Her trial is set to begin September 8th. And another parents don't deserve to have kids story. You guys have been probably following along the case out of San Bernardino County, the disappearance of a 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department confirmed they have arrested both parents after an apparent operation at the family's home. Young Emmanuel has still not been found. The San Bernardino Sheriff's Department wrote an update on X that said this morning detectives from the Sheriff's Homicide Detail and Specialized Enforcement Division arrested Jake and Rebecca Haro at the residence for PC 187 murder. Investigators will continue their search for 7-month-old Emmanuel. He was reported missing back on August 14th after his mother said she was attacked, knocked unconscious, for changing his diaper in a parking lot. He said, I was going to get the diaper and somebody said, hola, and I don't remember anything. I woke up here on the floor and I didn't see Emmanuel. I've been searching all over, and even there was an apparent sighting here in even Kern County at one point. That turned out not to be. I heard that they had went to the department store the day prior and tried to ask if there was surveillance tape because her purse had gotten stolen. So basically what they were doing, as robbers will tend to do, is case the joint to see if they were going to be on camera. You see, you can't tell a story of, hey, somebody walked up and punched me and stole my baby. And then when they look at the footage and there's nobody that even resembles you anywhere near the place, your story falls to pieces. Has served more warrants and seized a vehicle belonging to the child's father. The Dagger Dogs also searched the property. I don't know if it's just upbringing of not knowing how to not only raise a kid, but just have just emotions. to be able to harm a 7-month-old. I don't understand. From leaving your baby, and look, if you don't want your kids, there's plenty of people desperate for kids that want kids. They can't have kids. They would love to have a kid. There's plenty of programs to safely surrender your child if you don't want them. So what leads people to believe that that's the only way out? I cannot comprehend. I cannot understand. I will never, ever. We got to get to a break. Speaking of never getting it, city council and city government, we'll talk a little bit about that last night. An event. I wasn't invited. I don't know why. I guess because I was not giving out $300,000 or promising to rename a street after founders. Or, I don't take campaign contributions from them, I guess. Maybe I missed the invitation. We'll tell you what local politicians were at the Dolores Huerta Foundation event. We'll also tell you the little walk that one councilman likes to go on. He's been posting lately. He really thinks that he's smarter than he actually is. Like, he just doesn't. He either thinks he's really smarter than that we're really dumb. Tell you what I mean after the break. You guys can chime in at any time. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. I'll get to those text messages. I'll check my email, jr@kernradio.com. You can also catch me there, or you can jump in the chat on YouTube. Go to YouTube, search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Every day we go live at 2:05. You will be notified. Got to get to a break? Stick around. The Ralph Bailey Show is up next. I'm producing. I'm here all day, folks. Here to tip your waiter. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
It's been 19 years since there's been a review of child welfare services. I think that Mr. Murillo and Maria Bermudez should be summarily fired. Let's get somebody who's going to be eager, somebody who's going to get these caseworkers into these homes. Genesis Mata was murdered by Kern County officials, if you ask me.
On News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
It's Thursday, so what does that mean? The Stockyard is open for business. 2525 F Street, right next to Casey's
Bought a pizza
Steakhouse.
and I haven't even got to eat it, you guys.
Lounge Speak Easy, brought to you by the folks of Casey's Steakhouse. Now you're going to see some ropes.
Went
you're
over
going to see
Blaze.
a carpet. Go up to the door and just ring the doorbell. They're going to ask for a password. Tell them
You guys ever go over to Blaze Pizza?
not JR. Heck, I just might be in there. I got a little business meeting with some friends to discuss some things with the show, you know? And maybe that's what you're looking for. A nice, quiet place to discuss business or maybe unwind for the weekend with a significant other. The Stockyard is the perfect place to do it. Hey, they even got a banquet room. Maybe you're trying to host a party, a birthday, a baby shower.
We don't play.
Whatever. They got you covered. 2525 F Street. It's the Stockyard. It's the Speakeasy right next to Casey's Steakhouse. Open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 6 p.m. to close.
See website for details. Bills happen with not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Sorry for
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner. We need some extra cash.
We should what my friend from work did. She went to
My son is in
billshappen.com and got
Vegas
the
and
money
will
she
be
needed
at
the
the
next
game.
day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
Bills Happen is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what?
What's the pizza missing?
Money tomorrow.
What is it?
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your
Is he walking like little Nas X?
No.
So you can have more control.
You guys are right.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
I was always tired, sleepy, and had no energy.
I had relentless, debilitating headaches.
Valley fever has many faces and impacts people differently. If you have a lingering cough, fever, or painful breathing for more than 2 weeks, talk to your doctor.
I am Quan Louie.
I am Bryn Kerrigan.
He is Ralph.
And we are the
Bailey.
faces
He's
of Valley
the face
Fever.
of Valley Fever.
Visit currentpublichealth.com to learn more.
The Charlie Kirk Show, weekdays at 6 p.m. on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back to the JR Show. What the Faith Friday. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Also streaming live on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Search up Kern Radio. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just search up Kern Radio. I am also out there. JR Flores, or why not JR? You can join the conversation anytime. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Somebody said, hey, JR, personally, I think the salon should be held and somewhere responsible. I know they offer for the kids to come in, but the person doing the injection should have said that they can't do the injection until the goods are brought in. It's all about the money. So sad. I question that too, because I would have thought somebody, or at least the person that sent the text message and said, hey, yeah, it's cool, you can bring your kids in. And then when she showed up and didn't have the kids with her, I would have at least said, if I was the person that sent the text message, oh, hey, you didn't bring your kids. Where the kids at? But nobody said anything. So, and it's just unfortunate. It's stupid. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Sorry, I took a bite of pizza in the break, and now I've got heartburn and acid reflux and all that stuff. Hey, where it's going to be hot, you guys. Where is the cool places to hang out over the weekend? You guys let me know. What do you guys do to try to beat the heat over this hot weekend? There was a party last night. I wasn't invited. Probably none of you were either. The Dolores Huerta Foundation had a little, I don't even know what the heck it was. Some people I know were there, and they posted videos, and there was somebody standing, introducing somebody, and it comes to find out they were introducing the vice mayor, Manpreet Kaur. I said, well, that's a coincidence. She just gave them $300,000. And of course, one not to miss a good photo opportunity or stand in front of a microphone to give a speech about something that he did with our tax money, Andre Gonzalez. Well, what a coincidence. He just gave them $300,000 too and agreed to change the street name and agreed to pay for it with our tax money. Despite what he might try to say, and, well, we're going to start a fund to help citizens pay for that. Where do you think that money's going to come from? Taxpayers. So basically, you're telling them you're going to use their own money to help them pay for something. Thanks, Andre. Appreciate that. He went out for a little walk with the group, and he's done this over the last couple nights where I don't know what he's trying to show. I told you, me and the lady I fancy went out for a walk one night in downtown, and we couldn't go 10, 15 feet without seeing a homeless person. So it's funny when city councilman, wannabe assemblyman Andre Gonzalez hosts his little nighttime strolls in downtown. The first one he did that I at least got to see was right in front of Dreamies, I think it is. And he walks very slow. My mom walks faster than him. Sorry, Mom. But my mom's slow. And she was walking faster than Andre. He got maybe 10 steps, maybe, before he decided that was a long enough walk through downtown, I guess. So I'm just gonna go one of these nights through downtown, and we'll do a real walk and see what it's really like down there. Not just like 3 steps up the sidewalk and look at we're taking a nice safe. Look how safe it is through downtown Bakerfield. Do any of us really believe that? It's either he thinks we are really stupid or he's just really smart. Goodness gracious. Thanks, Andre. We got somebody asked, is this councilman walking like little Nas X? I have no idea what you mean by that. It's funny. It's funny. But I don't I don't know. Maybe I do. 661. Oh yeah, and I was also looking because that's what I do. I get bored. I look at forms. I look at records. I look things up, and I just thought, I wonder who's contributing to Andre Gonzalez's campaign. I wonder, just out of curiosity, if anybody from the Dolores Huerta Foundation, the Cesar Chavez Group, or the United Farm Workers have ever donated to Andre Gonzalez's campaign. I got about 2 pages in, not even, before I saw I believe $5,900 contribution from the United Farm Workers. Now, you can say, well, they're a separate group, JR. The United Farm Workers, the Dolores Huerta Foundation, 2 totally separate groups. Those of you on the YouTube, you can see the eyes rolling in the back of my head. Yeah, they're separate groups, all right. And Dolores Huerta doesn't represent the Dolores Huerta Foundation, when she's out in front of David Valadeo's office begging to get arrested. Can't get herself arrested, begging to get arrested in front of David Valadeo's office. The sheriff being smarter than that. No, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, right there. And I'll keep digging because I'm very curious. That was for his Assembly 2024 bid. Remember, this isn't the first time that Andre has contemplated running for Assembly. He did it in 2024. Opened up a whole campaign, opened up a whole committee, was taking in money from the United Farm Workers. Just saying. Maybe he should have abstained from that vote for just a conflict of interest or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'll dig into more of the files, see who else was taking money. Curious to see if the fair-haired girl, Manpreet Kaur, benefited from the United Farm Workers or the Dolores Huerta Foundation. Oh, we'll get to the bottom of it. I got to get out of here and make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's a Friday. KGET's Rick Bentley will talk entertainment, and I'm producing. So stick around. We're going to have a good time. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Have a good weekend. Stay out of the heat as much as you can and be good to each other. If you can't find somebody good, be that good person. Lily, Dad loves you.
KERN, 96.1 FM.
Yes, we are on scrolling report back. Standing in front of the can't take. Y'all ain't right. Cat scratch, you ain't right. It's funny, but you ain't right. You ain't wrong, but you ain't right either. It's pre-aquamarine. I have something in the plans. We're gonna do what we call ward walks. City council. Walk through their ward. Stay tuned for that. All right, you guys, I got to get out here. Be good for the weekend.
Prices are now clearly visible. We expect